Hi, I'm Ursula. I'm an artist in New York City. Well, I'm not there right now, but that's where I live, and I'm really interested to hear from other people in response to these questions, just learn about the different perspectives on this time. Number one, what is for you the cultural solidarity in these times, and how can we produce it? What comes to mind for me is the gestures that we do in our daily life to show care for others in this time. So, for example, wearing the mask, also the 7 p.m. clap when everybody gets out to thank their essential workers. This is really big in my neighborhood, and it's quite uplifting to experience. Also, the thanking responders signs, people put them up in their apartment windows. Thank you, essential workers. Thank you, mail delivery people. Thank you. And, listing all the different jobs. Tipping also is a big, the US has this big culture of tipping, and everybody who can right now is making a big effort to tip even more than usual. Question number 2. What knowledge we produce in art and culture now? How should we produce and distribute the knowledge? I'm just going to speak from, my own experience as an artist. And the most important artistic experiences I'm having right now are these very intimate one-on-one exchanges with other artists. We're sharing scores back and forth. Some of these exchanges are happening through the mail. Sort of in opposition to mass distribution, via Zoom or online or things like that. But it's been really wonderful, and I wouldn't have done this in under ordinary circumstances. Question number 3: what we learned from the crisis. Can we develop different post-crisis modes and condition of art and cultural production, which will allow basic sustainability and reduce the precarious position of cultural workers and artists? I would say that a major takeaway from the crisis has been how each individual's health is connected to the health of the people around them, how we have a shared body in a way through the shared immune system. Immune system is really a communal organ. And I would say in response to this knowledge that a change that would be best for basic sustainability of cultural workers and artists in the US would be to have a real universal health care. This is something, of course, Obama tried to create, and it's been eroded over the current administration. It would have a real impact on people's lives. Question number 4. Does COVID-19 crises bring forward the idea of social equality, social states, and maybe universal basic income? Interestingly, universal basic income was talked about seriously in the United States for the first time, really, in this past primary election. It was talked about on a national level. It still seems really utopian. It seems totally far out. But I love this question, and I love being in conversation with the cultural workers at Lokomotiva, and this different political history where the idea of a social state is a reality and doesn't seem like this far off remote consideration, and it's quite hopeful. 5, what political and policy approaches you would foresee for future in the field in which you work, or how should it be changed? What did we learn from this time? What political policy approaches should be developed for its changed? This is a kind of tough question for me. When I think of a policy that would bring change, I think of a really broad social policy, like ending mass incarceration or something like that. It's hard for me to imagine a arts policy change that would truly have an effect on the circumstances of the arts. I think because I've been working for 20 years, and in that time, there have been these shifts. But I don't see real change coming as a result of them. But I do place a lot of my own optimism, not in policy, but in the like real resilience and resourcefulness of individuals. I truly draw strength from looking at New York artists and other times of true hardship, and seeing what they were making then while they were living through, for example, the AIDS crisis. That is something that that truly inspires me. Although there's a big difference between, the health of the field and innovation in a field and pushing a field forward, and sustainability in the lives of individuals. And I think, sustainability in individual lives is something that Americans really struggle with. I look forward to hearing more different responses from that question from other perspectives. Thank you so much. I'm looking forward to watching this. Bye.